Body of man found in Demerara River identified. Woman on remand for Christmas Day stabbing. In the region, Trinidad's education minister decries youth violence, and internationally, bushfires in Australia threatens their nation's capital. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. In the wake of the World Health Organization's decision to declare the coronavirus as a World Health emergency, Guyana has made the decision to restrict and closely monitor travel between Guyana and China, where the virus originated. In a statement this morning, the Ministry of Health announced that persons in China who plan to travel to Guyana should defer those plans until further notice, as they are likely to be denied entry, and those in Guyana who plans to travel to China are being advised to postpone those plans. The statement said persons arriving in Guyana from China will be subjected to quarantine protocols and may be quarantined in a health facility or at home, depending on the outcome of the risk assessment. The Health Ministry said if flu-like symptoms arise within 14 days after returning to Guyana from China or another highly affected country, those persons are asked to call the hotline on 592-227-8683 extension 215. This morning, a woman accused of fatally stabbing another woman on Christmas Day had her day in court. More from Esther Sobers.
This morning, a 23-year-old woman faced the Georgetown Magistrates Court charged with murder. Shaliza Ellis of Charlotte Street, Georgetown, is accused of stabbing Latoya Haywood. According to the prosecution, on Christmas Day 2019, Haywood was at a party where she was accompanied by her cousin and cousin-in-law. Whilst there, she asked the father of her cousin's child to buy her a drink. This angered, reportedly enraged Ellis, who was dating the man at the time. An altercation ensued between Ellis and Haywood's cousin. However, during the fight, Ellis accidentally stabbed Haywood when she was meant to stab the cousin. The knife pierced her heart. She was immediately taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital for treatment. Haywood succumbed to the injuries on January 23rd. Ellis was not required to plead to the indictable charge. She was placed on remand and expected to be in court again on February 3rd, 2020. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Keeping in line with her commitment to visit all of Guyana's region in her first year, Ambassador Lynch made a trip to Region 2 on January 27 to 29 and met with the regional chairman, the mayor of Anna Regina, the local chamber of commerce, a local school, and the Peace Corps volunteers who serve in that area. Ambassador Lynch said, "I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Region 2 this week. From Essequibo to the Pomeroon, the scenery was stunning and the people were extraordinarily welcoming. It was a pleasure to meet with local government officials and business leaders alike. And as always, it was so inspiring to see the U.S. Peace Corps volunteer, contribute and thrive in their communities. I hope to return to Region 2 someday soon." Authorities have identified the body of a man found floating in the Demerara River. Esther Sobers spoke with the man's daughter and filed this report.
The body that was discovered floating in the Demerara River near the dock at Grove East Bank, Demerara yesterday has been identified as 77-year-old Bulla Samru of Grove East Bank, Demerara. According to the deceased man's daughter, he was missing since Tuesday. However, she believes that no foul play was involved.
He left for go say he go in a stretchy leg. And but 1:30 time my mother missy. And then she go and she gone out go look free. And then I went to work and then I come home and she said she didn't find me. And then me come to and 3 o'clock me and she go down at the sea dam and say.
Samru's fears was confirmed when she saw her father's body floating in the river. Trying to hold back tears, Samru expressed that her father was diagnosed with prostate cancer and would experience severe pain throughout his entire body.
He always said that we inhale with this pain. He tell me, inhale with this pain. He cancer, prostate.
How long you had cancer for?
About 3 years now, and this year I believe could be 4 years.
And tell me what pain you would enjoy daily.
He's get terribly pain. Belly pain. He don't eat and so just he just eat one tennis roll and green tea.
The late Samuel was survived by his wife and 4 children. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Ethnic Relations Commission is condemning the behavior of political party supporters on the campaign trail. According to a statement from the ERC, the behavior has triggered multiple confrontations throughout the nation. However, the ERC specifically mentions 2 locations, Wismar and Nonpareil. The ERC then goes on to call for political leaders to stamp out such behavior, saying, the Commission calls on political leaders to urge their supporters to immediately stop and reject any inclination by their supporters to taunt, confront, and imitate others of opposing sides. The ERC is engaging political leaders on those developments and its proposed code of conduct as well. The ERC wishes to remind that under the laws of Guyana, campaigning by political parties during the elections period is allowed, but wants citizens and supporters to reject outright all attempts at provocation and instead concentrate on the issues being put forward by the candidates. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, we have your regional and international news.
I remember the place. The shack was dirty. Cockroaches was everywhere. 10 we was in one room. When people in charge, they give me a piece of land. And we build a house on it. And it's safe. And it's very comfortable. And here I watch my children develop and grow. I need action, man. Strong leadership that give out land and have love. Build homes and create jobs. And bring down the cost of living that children can grow. PPP, deliver for my family. That's why I put in my X next to the cup.
The voting process. Once you have been identified as the elector you claim to be, you would be given a ballot paper that is stamped at the back, top and bottom halves in your presence. On the ballot paper, provision is made for you to vote twice. Once at the top section where you vote for the party of your choice in the general election, and once at the bottom section where you vote for the party of your choice in the regional election. Make your mark in the box provided on the right of your choice. After you have voted, fold the ballot paper as shown by the election official. Dip the first joint of your right index finger in the ink provided and place the ballot paper in the ballot box that is there for this purpose. You would then have to peacefully depart the polling station. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-027729, 223-9653, email pro@gcom.org.gy, or visit GCOM's website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Change means opportunities.
Change means progress.
Change means economic development for all Guyanese.
Change means a better life for my kids.
Change is unity.
Change means better education.
Change means improved healthcare.
Change means saying what you mean.
Change means a better future.
Change means better life.
Right choice, right now. Right choice, right now.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day. I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babe? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
How did we arrive at 18 million?
I don't know. I cannot tell you. I know. I wasn't part of any negotiations. I couldn't tell you how we arrived at 18 million.
So you don't know who negotiated?
I couldn't tell you who negotiated the thing. I don't know, to be quite honest. You know, in fact, I thought it was a gift. You know, initially, I thought it was a gift coming to us. You know, in fact, I thought it was a gift. You know, initially, I thought it was a gift coming to us.
The voting process. Once you have been identified as the elector you claim to be, you would be given a ballot paper that is stamped at the back, top and bottom halves in your presence. On the ballot paper, provision is made for you to vote twice. Once at the top section where you vote for the party of your choice in the general election, and once at the bottom section where you vote for the party of your choice in the regional election. Make your mark in the box provided on the right of your choice. After you have voted, fold the ballot paper as shown by the election official. Dip the first joint of your right index finger in the ink provided and place the ballot paper in the ballot box that is there for this purpose. You would then have to peacefully depart the polling station. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-027729, 223-9653, email pro@gcom.org.gy, or visit GCOM's website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Change means better accountability.
Change means better education for our children.
Change means progress.
Change means more job creation.
Change means more progress.
Change means dedication.
Change means better lifestyle for all Guyanese.
Change means better healthcare.
Change means a better environment.
Right choice, right now. Right choice, right now.
Welcome back. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago Education Minister Anthony Garcia has expressed disappointment over school fights that have taken place in the streets of El Dorado and Port of Spain this month. In a statement issued on Thursday, he reiterated his zero-tolerance approach to violence among students. As such, the ministry has engaged in conversations with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service for support in managing students on the streets and mitigating behaviors. Garcia acknowledged that students are adhering to the ministry's school safety plans that have been implemented across the country. However, some pupils have taken their fights to the streets. In spite of the incidents, a recent report released stated that indiscipline on school premises has declined through consistent training of principals, teachers, and implementation of school-based management system. And internationally, the World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus a global health emergency. It said it was concerned about the virus spreading to countries which are ill-prepared to deal with an outbreak, and not because of China's handling of the crisis. Al Jazeera's Charlie Angela reports.
Declaring an international public health emergency is rare, but with the coronavirus spreading globally, the World Health Organization says it warrants a coordinated international response.
I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern over the global outbreak of novel coronavirus. The main reason for this declaration is not because of what is happening in China, but because of what is happening in other countries. Our greatest concern is the potential for the virus to spread to countries with weaker health systems and which are ill prepared to deal with it.
Countries like India, one of the latest to report cases of the respiratory disease. Until now, individual nations have made their own decision in response to the outbreak. In Italy, more than 6,000 tourists were under lockdown aboard a cruise ship near Rome after 2 Chinese passengers displayed flu-like symptoms. The couple were put into isolation until their test results came back negative for coronavirus. Meanwhile, evacuations of foreign nationals from Wuhan continue. Turkey sent a military cargo plane to bring back 35 Turkish and 10 Azerbaijani citizens and their families. All, including the crew, will now be put under quarantine for 14 days. The EU is bringing back another 350 Europeans on a flight into Portugal, and 150 British nationals will touch down in the UK on Friday. This as a number of commercial airlines suspended flights to China, a decision the WHO is now asking them to revise.
Why did you take this decision? Why? What is the science supporting this decision? Could you reconsider this decision? And we suggested to WHO that WHO should inform the world about transparency concerning these measures, which should not constitute an example to follow, but a decision to reconsider.
For China, the WHO only had praise for their efforts to contain the virus, but it is still spreading fast. Their message, what will protect us is not fear and aversion, but solidarity and cooperation. Charlie Angela, Al Jazeera.
And finally, a state of emergency has been declared in Australia's capital as bushfires threaten Canberra and the surrounding region. Al Jazeera's Priyanka Gupta reports.
Smoke billowing towards the Australian capital, Canberra. Bushfires in a national park to the south pose the most serious threat to the Australian Capital Territory, or ACT, in nearly 20 years. Government officials fear that strong winds blowing over parched land, combined with high summer temperatures, can make the fires even more unpredictable and difficult to control.
The ACT is now facing the worst bushfire threat since the devastating fires of 2003. The combination of extreme heat, wind and a dry landscape will place suburbs in Canberra's south at risk in the coming days. The Auroral fire has now grown to 18,500 hectares. That's 185 square kilometres, or nearly 8% of the total landmass of the Australian Capital Territory.
People preparing for the worst and stocking up on water. Many remember the 2003 bushfires that killed 4 people near Canberra and destroyed hundreds of homes.
I'm concerned that the ACT does not have the ability to put a fire out. 2003, happened a little small fire, burned for, I think it was 8 or 10 days, no attention given to it, and then we know the results of that.
The unpredictable weather through the summer has made the fight more difficult. This video shows how bushfires have exploded in minutes because of sudden gusts of wind. About 90 bushfires are burning in different parts of the country. The largest are in New South Wales, where high temperatures are returning back in the 40s in the next 24 hours. The fire-threatening Canberra is also moving towards New South Wales. The state's government is investigating why this fire season is so bad.
We've got everything to gain from this process and nothing to lose. We won't leave any stone unturned. It's in our interest, it's in our citizens' interest to find out everything we can and to bring forward those recommendations that are critical for the future.
'Cause 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 This has been Australia's most devastating summer in decades. Dozens of people have been killed by the fires. Thousands of homes have been destroyed and more than 11 million hectares of land scorched. And with summer far from over, there are many more testing days ahead. Priyanka Gupta, Al Jazeera.
Here now is your 3-day weather forecast.